to play with, there's always partypoker.com, where the world plays poker.
72 players started this tournament and we're down to the last 12. The big money starts here, so riffle those chips and swipe up those cards. There's only 3 going on to the final table from here, so buckle up for the ride. With $200,000 at stake, the big guns are here for the first of 2 semi-finals. And what a mouth-watering game we have in store, as the likes of Tony G, 12th place World Series finisher John McGill and the wise owl Harry Dimitriou hit the green bays in search of a seat at the final of the Party Poker World Open 2. There'll be earplugs needed for this, but who will be shouting with joy and who will be left gobsmacked? The men with the answers to that and much more, Cowboy Kenna James and Jessie May.
Keep your eyes on the big tickets. We've reached the money. I'm Jessie May here with the Cowboy Kenna James.
Oh, thanks, Jesse. Always excited to sit next to you, especially tonight here at the semi-final of the World Poker Open.
Yeah, first semifinal and a bit of a different structure. Of course, the top 3 players tonight go through to the final table with their chips.
Good point. Different structure, different strategy. Who's going to hang on and just try and make it to the final table, move up from their $7,000 guaranteed prize to $20,000, and who's going to get on their horse and giddy up and try and go for that $200,000 first prize?
I mean, what is more important, getting to the final table or having the chip lead? We'll see, and let's see who at this big table has got the gumption.
My name is Paul Kristoffersson and I'm from Sweden. My biggest poker achievement is to qualify for this tournament and then to win my heat. So I'm well thrilled to be here today. You never know what's going to happen, and anyone can beat anyone. It's nothing. You can don't take anything for sure before you play the game.
Harry Dimitriou, born in London, England, lived here all my life, and had a fair amount of success in poker. And biggest success today is probably a runner-up in the WPT event at Mirage earlier this year. I picked up about $700,000 US. I always fancy my chances. I'm a very confident player, confident in my own abilities. Going to need a bit of luck though, but like I say, today is a little bit different from usual. The important thing is to get through to the final 3 and then to worry about how many chips you've got. If you can have a lot of chips and get through, fine, but first and foremost, you have to get through.
The name's John Texas Houston from Birmingham. I've been playing poker over 20 years now. One of various things, but just play poker all around the world now. Nobody's easy to play against. It's down to the cards at the end of the day. A little bit of luck, cards, who knows what can happen.
Darren Bloom, live in London. Biggest opponent was cash game, cash win, 6-figure cash win. It's not like a heat where you have to win it to go through. There's no point being second. Here, if you've got a reasonable chip count, you're in the final. But I'm here to win it if I can.
I'm Tony G from Australia. Biggest win is the European Poker Championship, £240,000. I want to be like a fish, jump, dive in and see how the currents and the water is and adjust to it.
Hi, my name is John McGill. I'm from Northern Ireland. My biggest poker win so far is 12th in this year's World Series of Poker, where I won $1.15 million. Hopefully I'll make it through the final table, and the format suits my game well, I feel, so I'm looking forward to a good game.
Big names abound, and none bigger perhaps, KJ, than Tony G.
Tony G, what can you say? Always entertaining, always fun to watch. It's going to be an exciting night.
He likes to dominate. He's a chatterbox, but perhaps Harry Dimitriou can match him.
Well, he certainly can. Definitely in the verbal department. And then there's John Houston.
Your nemesis.
My fellow Texan and nemesis. He knocked me out of this event.
Of course, don't forget about some of the quiet guys like John McGill, 12th place in the World Series of Poker this year for $1 million. And of course, the brother of Tony Bloom, Darren Bloom, looking to make his mark in poker.
Well, and Paul Christofferson, who comes from the Scandinavian countries, always tough.
Yeah, aren't the young Swedes taking over the world? Let's get over to the table and watch the action unfold. Crack open the lobster. Someone's getting red tonight. 3 players going through here to that final table. Players starting, though, with the same starting stacks, and the favorite is going to be Tony G. The favorite, Kenna, to do the most talking.
Well, he hasn't stopped. He's already got it wound up. Who's going to be his target?
One of the great entertainers of the game could be Harry D., who will carry on a conversation with a lamppost if he has to.
Well, he will match him on the verbal department, that's for sure. They're already chatting it up.
Yeah, I mean, don't let their talk obscure their play, which is fine. And those chips you see, yellows are worth 1,000 each, the blues are 2, the reds are 5, 100,000 per player, 600,000 in play, which means, Kenna, you need 200,000 to have an average stack at that final table.
That's right, and that's what they'll be going for. That and also staving off elimination. Action underway at the Party Poker World Open. John Houston, he folds 7-3 under the gun. Darren Bloom's got ace-9. He's ready to get busy. 6,000, 3 blue chips. He makes it to go.
Yeah, really interested to see how Darren Bloom handles up to this pressure situation. I mean, I'm expecting that he's going to have no signs of pressure whatsoever, but it'll be interesting to see him against this field.
Certainly will. Looks like Paul Christofferson is here to gamble. He won his heat. He has 6-7 of hearts. He makes the call. Over to Harry Demetrio, who throws in 2 more blue chips with the Queen-6 of diamonds. Perhaps a little optimistic there.
Yeah, what do you think about these calls, Ken? These guys are looking to play pots, it looks like.
Well, 5-9-3.
That's a great flop for Tony Bloom, or Darren Bloom, excuse me. He has top pair, top kicker. But it's Harry Demetrio leading out of it for 10,000.
Well, Harry Demetrio obviously either shaking off some early tournament nerves or going out there and getting ready to gamble it up and announce his presence. Either way, it's Darren Bloom who has top pair, top kicker, and he's going to put Harry Demetrio to the test, I think.
I was just going to say, it's the kind of board that there's a lot of draws out there, and I wonder if Darren's considering that. I mean, Christofferson has one of those draws. A double gutter, 4-8, would make him a straight.
Raised.
And this might shut him out of the pot.
30 total.
Well, one thing that players do and have been successful to this point is really push their draws. He elects to not do it there. It's just too early. He respects the raise from Darren Bloom and gets out of the way. And this will be an easy fold for Harry Demetrio with absolutely nothing.
Pass.
And so we are off, Jesse May.
Yeah, Darren Bloom taking the first pot. It's amazing how that hand could have gone had Harry not let out. Surely Christofferson would have been a factor, but Darren Bloom raise on the flop, raking it in, and it'll bring a little smile to his face.
Couldn't call him.
Just wondering, Kendall, I mean, looking at this prize structure, all these players here are guaranteed at least a $7,000 payout. You're guaranteed $20,000 minimum for making the final table, but that first prize of $200,000, I mean, how serious is that? It's something that makes you really want to go for it, doesn't it?
Well, money's always important.
Certainly does. None of these players interested in the 7,000 guaranteed them thus far. They're looking for that top prize. They have to get to the final to do it.
Call.
This hand's been folded around to the small blind, and Darren Bloom has decided to peel off a flop with Tony, who is amenable with the 5 high.
They taught me. Losing enough money. They said check a bad hand.
I believe they've both missed this wide.
Check.
I'll bet it.
4,000.
Is this Tony G just kind of testing to see?
Good hand bet.
He's gonna have a cheap opportunity.